I have been reminded that I have not done a video on Manju Nagaraksha. Probably it's because I don't really know a lot about the subject. So, Manju Nagaraksha is a wrathful deity, generally multi-headed, multi-armed, and as the name implies, Manju Nagaraksha, Manju, it's for Manjushri, and this deity is an emanation of Manjushri. And the naga and the raksha is actually a protection from nagas in this case. Now, its form is a little unusual. There's many different forms of Manju Nagaraksha, but you have to understand first that it originates with the Nyingma tradition, and then it became also popular in the Drikung tradition, and a form is even passed down through the Jonang school. But the upper body of Nagaraksha is that of a wrathful deity. And actually in Sanskrit, in Vajrapani Buddhism, we actually call that raksha appearance. The lower part of the body is a naga, so it's a serpent, it's a snake, and there is the possibility that this deity, Nagaraksha, can be confused for Rahula, the Nyingma protector deity. And no, they're actually two different deities completely with a similar appearance. Rahula is much more general in his protection, whereas this Manju Nagaraksha is very specific in protecting from naga disease, naga obstacles, naga illness, leprosy, all kinds of sicknesses and diseases that are related to nagas. So I think the earliest occurrence we really have of this is with the Nyingma Tertan Chogyal Rinchen Lingpa, and he was 14th century. I'm not sure of the exact dates. The lineage before that is more mythical. It's Manjushri, Vajrapani to Padmasambhava to Trisung Detsun. Then the practice disappears, and then it reappears again in the 14th century. Now, there's many different forms, and they can also have different colors, and they can have different types of seats or figures underneath them. It depends on the text. Now, I have found at least 4 or 5 different terma versions. One is the Namcho tradition, another one is the Tukdor terma tradition, and there are others besides the original one. And I'm saying original because it may not be, but I'm saying it's original because it's the earliest lineage I could find, and the lineage is taken out of the Rinjung Jatsa of Taranata. So Nagaraksha can have many colors, and he can also have one face. He can have 9 faces. He can have 10 faces. He can have as few as 4 arms, 16, 18, or multiples of 18, like 40, 50, 60. So there are a number of different appearances, and they all come out of different revealed treasure texts. Also, it's interesting. Just because I found that in the 14th century, Lodrag Khenchen Namkha Gyaltsen, who was a teacher of Tsongkhapa and considered an emanation of Vajrapani, he also came up with a number of, I believe they're not technically termas, I believe that they're Daknang. They're kind of a pure vision teachings for Vajrapani in various wrathful forms that are very, very similar, I find, in arrangement and function to the Nagaraksha of Tertan Chogyal Rinchen Lingpa. So it's possible they knew each other. It's possible they had some crossover between them. So we'll leave it at that. You can press the like button, you can subscribe, you can join Horror on Patreon, and you can also make a donation to Himalayan Art Resources on the homepage. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit registered in the United States.